This leader is provided to facilitate adjustment of focus. Please be aware there are spoilers contained in this video presentation.
Taxi driver, let's take a look at your sanity. This won't end well, it's a guarantee. Travis is a contriver, making plans that he wants to stay unseen, defending a preteen.
That may be my new favorite theme out of all of them. Out of all of them.
So okay, so we're doing Taxi Driver then.
Okay. Well then, okay. So this is the worst, like the lamest, like most half-assed. You can't even see it because my hairline is receded so much.
Mine still would be just a bald spot going down the whole part.
So I got to look down. But yeah, no, I did it right before I came. Like I sat down. My shirt is still itchy.
Nice.
Taxi Driver was released in 1976, directed by Martin Scorsese. It was nominated for Best Picture, Actor, Supporting Actress, and Score. It was nominated for a Golden Globe for Actor and Screenplay.
Actually, I thought it was really cool. It was good. It's not like taking a date to a porno, but I felt his character was way more compelling than he played in Raging Bull. For me, I looked at like vigilantes like Batman or like The Punisher, like bring it all together into kind of a more comic booky movie.
This was more disturbing to me than Seven was, just because Seven is, like you said, comic booky. There's some kind of overlying master plan that Kevin Spacey's doing.
Have you ever seen anything like this? No.
This just seems like crazy that happens every day. Somebody who's off their meds and is roaming around.
There's a movie called Falling Down that, I mean, it was just Michael Douglas just like goes absolutely haywire and just blows away everybody. If you look at it in that light where it's just had that shadow of mental illness, I was like,
dude, that's not a shadow. It's big dark.
It's an eclipse.
That open was trippy.
Yeah. Well, this whole movie was very, like, I really think that it was more stressful to me than Seven.
I don't read it that way. I would watch this 1,000 times in a row before I'd want to watch Seven again.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that either. It felt like it could go off.
I like Soprano sax all the time. They're just driving around for stuff. I'm like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and he's all driving the taxi and just doing random stuff.
The diner scene, it constantly felt like he was going to eat her or something. It was so awkward.
The whole detachment of just the way he views himself within his reality.
And I felt when I walked in that there was something between us. There was an impulse that we were both following. So that gave me the right to come in and talk to you.
Sybil Shepherd is like stone-faced. I can't believe she didn't just step up and go, yo, dude, you are like a nutball. I'm out of here.
Everything she said in that entire movie was like, oh, would you like to answer the phone? It's like, what are you talking about, lady? There's no reason.
You couldn't read her at all. So it's like she goes out to pie and coffee with a crazy person and acts the same way she does talking to a coworker.
I'm hip. What, you don't look hip.
Harvey Keitel is repellent.
The part with Scorsese in the cab, was he directing or was he acting?
See the woman in the window?
Yeah.
So I want you to see that woman because that's my wife. But that's not my apartment.
Because I felt like he was doing a little both.
The guy that was supposed to do that role didn't show up, and so he stepped in.
I think the lighting fixture would have to be on the floor and shot directly at her to get that level of silhouette on the window shade. Tom Jones sings about that too, but it is a lot more difficult to get a really definite silhouette on a window shade than Hollywood thinks that is possible.
Flogging Molly covered that too.
Yep.
How's your driving record? It's clean. It's real clean, like my conscience.
That's what I thought was so funny about the realist aspect of like actually being a vigilante. You're not Bruce Wayne. You don't have money. And you're not hell-bent on vengeance like the Punisher. At the end battle, like he gets shot within like a couple seconds where it's like Batman wouldn't have gotten shot.
Yeah.
Batman would have technically like seen the layout and he would have been able to do all this other stuff. And he walks in there just like all guns blazing. And I mean, it's just like, okay, mission accomplished.
Do you think Frankenstein's monster feels bad about hooking him up with the guy that sold him the guns?
Robert De Niro played.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Robert De Niro was the monster in Frankenstein.
I was talking about young Frankenstein's Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Yeah. I came up with a Marvel connection. It's a little far-fetched. So the album that he wants to give her is Chris Christopherson, who played Blade's partner. And Blade is a Marvel property, so Marvel connection.
Jodie Foster was 12 years old when this movie was filmed. And
she was literally 12?
She was literally 12. And Connie Foster, her older sister who was 19, was the body double for some of the more explicit scenes. Yucko.
Is that a New York thing that you can be at like a 7-Eleven, shoot like someone robbing the place, and go,
Listen, I ain't got a permit for this thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Don't worry about it, man. I'll take care of it. Just get out of here. No, man. I'll take care of it.
It's a bodega, not a 7-Eleven.
I had no idea.
The little Spanish markets
Like a
are...
Publix in Florida.
No, Publix is like an actual grocery store.
That's a grocery store.
Like the place where Spider-Man gets his sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Parker, number 5, right?
Yeah, and with pickles, and can you smush it down real flat? Thanks.
So there's no ukuleles, but there is a snare drum on the corner. Here is a man who would not take it anymore. And I will give it 1 ukulele because I was, there was certainly some craft put into the movie, but I found it just to be repulsive. So
I differ from you here. I would give it 2, maybe even 2.5. I felt like if you juxtapose it to Raging Bull, I'd rather watch this than Raging Bull anytime. Yeah, it's not my kind of movie, but yeah, 2.5 for sure.
I mean, I would give it 3. I liked it. It's not the most like, it's like taking a date to a porno. It was very compelling to have that razor's edge. And he was definitely a few hammers short of a bag of hammers.
It's over!